ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost. Everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
Good Wednesday night to all of our viewers out there watching the race with us tonight. Welcome to Racers Elite Xfinity Series action here at Darlington from the Sim Racing Media family. I'm Shane Cochran. With me tonight is Emmett Crow. Emmett, how is your week going so far?
It's going good, man. Can't complain. It's great to be back here with SRM, calling this race with you, Shane. And I'm ready to see if anybody can tame this lady in black for sure.
Yeah, Darlington, just a classic old school NASCAR track. Should be exciting to see what our drivers have for us tonight. Again, thank you for joining us here on Wednesday night. We're brought to you by Family Traditions Outdoors. Make the great outdoors a family tradition. Go ahead and take a look at our race info. It's 70 degrees out there, track temp 73. A little bit of humidity, but it is clear with a light gust. Should be a pretty straightforward race in terms of that. So we take a look at the race info overall. We're going to be doing 105 laps here. 65% fuel capacity, 4 sets of tires waiting for him in the pits. Get disqualified at 24 incident points. You got 1 fast repair waiting, and we'll do up to 3 green-white-checker attempts if we need them. iRacing is calling the yellows. We've got a live race control and, of course, a live broadcast here with SRM. We are about to wrap up qualifying here in just a few more seconds. while they're doing that, go ahead and take a look at the league schedule coming up. Xfinity Series about to kick off here for Racers Elite on July 23rd at Daytona. A number of other races here. They also have a next-gen series racing on Thursdays. If you're interested in either of those, hit up racerselite.com to find the link to the Discord or go through the YouTube channel. Again, we are so excited to have you here with us tonight as the drivers are now hitting the grid. Let's take a look at who's going to be on the pole and every other position. Looks like the boss, John Ross, going to start first. Cody Benelli in second, Truth Hoke third, Brandon Puffenbarger in fourth, Lee Campbell fifth, Leroy Kublitz in sixth, Davis Shively in seventh, Andrew Teft in eighth, Dennis Kane in ninth, Brandon Sanfilippo rounding out the top 10. We got Curtis Ecker in 11th, David Kimmins in 12th, then Alex Teft in 13th, Jesse Fox 14th, Sean Dunaway 15th, Troy Thomas 16th, Aaron Roth in 17th, Terry Fennell in 18th, Steve Sizemore and Barry Nelson rounding out the top 20. That's going to be our field tonight as we get ready for some racing action here at the Lady in Black. And Emmett, what do you expect tonight's race? I know the Xfinity car is pretty loose to begin with. You can really get into some trouble here out of turn 2 especially.
Yeah, this is a very unique track, Shane. I mean, we don't go to tracks like this. I mean, it's a mile and a third, not a mile and a half. And it's an egg-shaped oval, which meaning the turns are so crazy how banked they are. And if you go to that bottom line, it is slicker than Al Snot, and you're going to be in no man's land and probably into the inside wall for sure.
Well, I can't say I have a lot of experience with Al Snot, but I can guess. Again, it is John Ross going to be on the pole in that number 44 car. Out of Bell Buckle, Tennessee.
What a town.
Able to hold on to the lead. Here, Darlington, not really a huge drafting track. A little more of a elbows out, see what you can get style of racing. That pace car is off. John Ross, Cody Benelli going to lead them to the green flag. And just like that, we are off and racing here with the Racers Elite Xfinity Series. Ross going to jump to the lead right away. You can go too wide in turns 1 and 2, but we don't recommend it.
Oh, man, car already loose.
There goes Puffenbarger, gets loose. He's down on the apron, going to be 3 wide. He's going to have to find his way back up here. You do not want to get stuck down on the apron. Meanwhile, John Ross is still holding off Cody Benelli, but they are breaking away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, definitely breaking away from the rest of the pack right here. And as we see, they're side by side right now for that lead. I'm sorry, never mind.
Well, they're side by
side for third.
Yeah, sorry. There's another car with a kind of a similar numbered scheme there to John Ross. I believe that is Leroy. See that Leroy Kublitz or Truth Hoke. Truth Hoke's in the 55.
I think it's Leroy Cut.
And they are getting side by side here. Andrew Teft goes inside of the 42. He's going to take that position away. Now he sets his sights on Hoke. Already some gritty racing, and Teft looking inside again. Aggressive early is the 98. He's going to take that position.
Yeah, takes the position away. Now he's coming up. I believe that's Kublitz he's working on, isn't it?
Lee Campbell is who that 44 Goodyear paint scheme is. He's actually number 60 in the scoreboard. Taft working on him Tight battles all through the field. Davis Shively in the 85.
Oh,
Looks like we have a car off.
Oh.
Derek Kimmins.
I believe he kept it up the wall.
We might have to go back and take a look at that one. Also showing there might have been a crash there on the first lap for Sean Dunaway. When we get a break in the action, we'll go back and take a look at that. Side by side again. Oh, the 44 tags the wall. That's Lee Campbell. Leroy in the 42 goes low, but can't take advantage. Back behind then, the 12 of Brandon Sanfilippo is working on Davis Shively in the 85. And this battle for 5th back to about 9th really getting tight here, as every driver having to play offense and defense at the same time. Now that we're 7 laps in, let's take a look, see who's the fastest car on the track so far. All right, it's going to be Cody Benelli turning the fastest lap of the race, a 29.43. Right behind him, John Ross. So our top 5 fastest cars are all in the top 6 so far in the race. And really, the only 2 people making moves was David Kimmins, who got some contact and is now running 17th. And then going the opposite direction is Andrew Teft. He's now up to 3rd as we watch Brandon and Leroy. Ooh, no friends being made there. Ross now out to an 0.8 of a second lead. And then back behind Benelli, it's a full 5 seconds between 2nd and the 3rd place car of Andrew Teft. Oh, cars in the wall, into each other. They're going to save it for now. How about that?
Yeah, Sean Dunaway just came on the radio just apologizing to Dennis Kane. So great to see that.
And that was pretty incredible. Let's go back a lap and see how that played out. It was Dennis Kane at the front of the pack here. I think he might tag the wall on exit and get this whole thing started. There it is. Just a miraculous save by all 3 cars involved. Here comes Kane to pit road. I think he picked up just a little bit too much damage, more than he wanted to race with anyway.
Yeah, but what a save, like you said.
Sanfilippo up 3 positions from where he started, running P7.
Yeah, how about Sean Dunaway up 6 positions? Wow.
Yeah, we just saw him involved in that contact, so he's making the most of it, taking advantage. Right now, there's not that many cars too close to each other, but our 3 closest battles on the track are for 13th, 3rd, and 7th. Jump back to that 13th battle. Show David Kimmins defending against Troy Thomas.
Yeah, Troy Thomas is coming big time, Shane, right here. Can't believe we don't have a caution yet.
I mean, 13 laps isn't too bad for Darlington, especially with all the contact we saw.
Yeah.
Now, look how much harder Troy can get into turn 3, gain so much ground, and he's going to catch Kimmins, it looks like, but he's also got Ecker and Fox just ahead of him. Might be able to get them all here if he can keep us momentum. Big check up for the 69, the 52. Almost gets into the wall, avoiding him. The 8 of Curtis Ecker, he slaps the wall, picks up a Darlington stripe, as does the 52.
Man, great racing so far.
Now the battle
Whoa.
for third starting to tighten up here. Truth Hoke has trapped down Andrew Teft. We saw this 98 car be real aggressive early. You got to wonder if he used up his tires a little bit compared to those around him.
Something's happened to the 52 and the 3. Let's go back and look. I think he got too high right there, don't you think, Shane?
Take a look back. He's already slowed down there. Here we go. Now is that pack we were watching.
Oh! Troy Thomas got into the back of the 52, and the 52 didn't like it. Of David Kimmons.
Oh, there it is. Contact between the 52 and the 3. Oh, the 43 got caught up in there, too. Yeah, neither of these drivers too thrilled with that exchange. And the battle for third has ended as Hoke got around Andrew Teft up to third. Again, Sean Dunaway, our biggest mover of the race, up 7 positions to P8. Andrew Taft also up 4, running P4. Great work by those drivers in the first 19 laps.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, these guys, they're in no man's land because Benelli and Ross have ran away from the field.
That's right. Closest battle on the track right now is between Aaron Roth and the 57, trying to track down that 8 car of Curtis Ecker. We've seen that 8 car collect a little bit of contact and damage. '57 looking low. In the outside lane here at Darlington really carries all the momentum unless you get in the wall like that.
Hard contact.
He's going to back off for now. Let's see, who are the... Oh, the 8s. Really pushing it.
Yeah.
And this wall will reach out and grab you once you hit it once. Oh, we got Alex Taft off pace. He's going to check out, take a tow. Let's go back and look at what happened to that 43 car. Just carries too much speed into the wall and then comes back down to the inside. Had all he wants of this race.
Let's see it again.
We check in with the 12 car of Brandon Sanfilippo. He's running 7th right now. Again, we'll kind of check in with who's carrying speed right now. Fastest car over the last 5 laps is that 10th place driver, Brandon Puffenbarger, in the 5. And just as I say that, Sanfilippo and Hoke both match those lap times and beat them. So Hoke, having moved on from passing Andrew Taft, starting to reel in Cody Benelli these last couple of laps. We've got that battle back in the pack, heating up again between the 57 and the 8. The outside lane just carries so much momentum. You almost have to use a slide job into turns 1 and 2 as kind of the easiest place to make a pass here, Emmett.
Yeah, and how about Aaron Roth, the Cornhusker in the field? Really showing him that great drive. Like you said, you had to use the slide job to get around. Oh, Darlington stripe once again. Let me ask you this, Shane. Over or under 100 Darlington stripes tonight?
I'm going to take the over based on what we're seeing so far. I think the 8 car might have 10 or 12 already.
We need a counter. Somebody to get a counter made for Darlington stripes.
Teft now coming under fire from the 42 as he's going to go around the lap car of David Kimmins. On that 52, just having some real bad luck here. That's going to slow down the 42. Oh, and he comes down in front of the 12. 52 goes around, and there's our first caution.
Wow.
He's going to take a tow over to pit road as well. Let's go back and maybe watch that from the blimp. Slaps the wall. And then the 42 has to check up really hard. The 44 makes his way around. And then right here, I believe it's the 12 car is trying to make his way through. And the 52 into the wall again and then overcorrecting. Just having a rough night for Kimmins. And San Filippo getting caught up. We were just talking about how he was one of the fastest cars on the track. So we've got cars on pit road. 27 laps down. While these guys hit pit road, we will jump away for a quick commercial break. Here with Racers Elite, along with Sim Racing Media. About to go back green flag. Pace car down on pit road. John Ross, Cody Benelli, they've been out front all race long. They're going to lead them back to the green flag right here. And here they go. John Ross starts it off. Gets out to the lead right away. He is not going to give anyone a chance to get to his bumper. Cody Benelli under fire from Truth Hoke, though. That's for P2. There they go. Again, just getting spaced out right away. Got a couple drivers on pit road still. Jesse Fox.
Man, John
just came down.
John Ross has just gotten away from the field. Unbelievable.
He certainly had the speed at the beginning of the run, and whatever he's doing, he's not burning his tires up and losing the speed at the end of the run either. Looking at who's fastest right now.
Oh, hard contact in the wall.
The top four are all burning it down, but Curtis Ecker is actually the fastest car on the track. Or he was that previous lap. The lap times
and
update,
how about
it's now John Ross again.
Yeah, and sorry about that, Shane, but how about Aaron Roth gaining 7 positions after that last caution? Unbelievable job.
Yeah, multiple drivers just kind of taking what they can get, whether that's avoiding wrecks or something else. Again, the field just spaced out already. Got Brandon Puffenbarger getting around Leroy Koblenz. That's for 8th position. And check in on who's got the speed. Truth Hoke just laid down the fastest lap of the race, 29.37. He is doing everything he can to try and track down Bonelli already in this run. I don't think he's going to let him get away like he did last time.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to let him get away either. Truth has been really fast coming out of that pit stop, and it's great to see that. So we take a look at Puffenbarger right here. Puffenbarger's done a great job too.
Yeah, he was involved in some contact earlier, or able to overcome that. Oh, hard wreck back there for Troy Thomas.
And
he's still on the track, no caution. There it is. It's going to be our second caution of the race. We'll go back right now, take a look at what happened to Troy. Looks like he was under attack from the 85.
Looks like Shively.
Oh, up ahead of him. The 57's in the wall and checks up. Oh, and then, yeah, the 85 gets into the back of Troy when he checks up. That's what it looked like to me anyway.
Yeah, Shively came on the radio right after that, Shane, and was apologizing. So, yeah, man, that's a tough break for Troy Thomas, though.
It is. That's going to bring in our second caution today. Again, we are here with the Racers Elite Xfinity Series. We're running a fixed setup here. We're going to see more drivers hitting pit road. I think you're going to want fresh tires every chance you can get. Again, we kind of talked a little bit earlier. We're doing 105 laps tonight, and we're 37 into that. There are 4 tire sets sitting on the pit wall. Most of the drivers have already used one of those up on our first caution. We'll see if they decide to take more now. I'm not sure I'd be in a rush to burn up those tire sets.
So they gave the 52 an EOL of David Kimmins.
Yeah, I assume that
But
was race control taking care of that for that last wreck. He was the car out front that got checked up and caused that accident. So with tonight's fuel percentage at 65, we expect the fuel window to be between 42-45 laps. If we get a green flag run with 68 remaining, that makes this a one-stop race from here And we are looking at Sean Dunaway. He is the biggest gainer on the track, I believe. Oh, we've got a... Now as these pit stops have just shaken out, looks like Ecker and Sanfilippo are now the biggest gainers of the race, up 7 positions. Aaron Roth also up 7. I think once this updates, you'll see that. There he is. And as we look at Curtis Ecker, kind of take a quick look at what his race has looked like so far tonight, and you can see how he got there. Running around 10th all night long. Took 4 tires and then topped off fuel back under that first caution, and then this time just 2 tires. And that has made all the difference, bringing him up to his highest so far tonight, P4 for Curtis Ecker. We'll see if he can hold on to that position. Or maybe push
Yeah, because
forward.
he was having trouble. I was going to say, he was having trouble keeping the car out of the wall.
As a pace car pulls down onto pit road, we're getting ready to go racing again. Coming back to lap 40 when they take the green flag.
Somebody's not happy.
There we go. John Ross jumps out to a lead immediately again. It's Puffenbarger up to P2 behind him. Now, I don't know where Ross is hiding the nitrous in that car, Emmett, but he gets an amazing launch here on these restarts.
Yeah, it gets a great restart right here. But look at Ecker, able to get around Sam Flippo for the number 3 spot.
Oh, and someone's going around. That's Truth Hoke.
Oh, man.
Backward. That's going to be
Aaron
our third
Roth.
caution of the night.
Man.
Go ahead and take a look at that one.
It looked like the 44. Actually, Truth Hoke just came over the radio and said he got loose.
Yeah, he
so,
just lost it there in the 57. Had nowhere to go.
man. Great job by Truth Hoke. You know, he said, he was like, hey, that's my fault. I'll take the I'll take the end of the line. I just got loose. So great job by Truth Hoke.
It's going to set us up for some interesting pit strategy here. Most people choosing to stay out since we just came off of that caution. But let's look at who took what. So we've got at the front of the field, John Ross and Brandon Puffenbarger. They last pitted on lap 27. That's 14 laps on this run, and they took 4 tires there. And then the first car that stopped most recently, Curtis Ecker, he took 2 tires. Sanfilippo, 2 tires. Then Bonelli, Campbell, Andrew Teft, Aaron Roth, all with 4 tires. We got Sean Dunaway back there as well. And now we've got a couple drivers, Hoke, Shively, and Koblenz. They're on pit road right now. Topping off. Getting some repairs made if they need them. So a little bit of a pit strategy starting to come into play between tires and fuel.
You know, it's crazy, Shane. I mean, it looked like John Ross was going to run this thing all the way to green, and then now we've had cautions back to back, you know, and like you said, the strategy's starting to play out with the tires and the fuel. So really great race so far here recently on these 2 runs.
Yeah, I mean, not as much fun here riding under caution, but if you're John Ross, you're in the lead either way so far tonight. Let's say come back. It's going to be 1 to green. It'll be 62 laps to go when we go back racing. And while we're coming back to that, as mentioned again, Racers Elite, multiple leagues racing multiple nights of the week. Tonight we're racing the Xfinity Series. you're interested in that, they've got a league for you on Wednesday nights, starting July 23rd at Daytona and onward. Interested in that, check out racerselite.com for the link to the Discord and join the community. With that, this time let's jump on board with John Ross and watch that field just run away. And there he goes. He kind of gets a shove from the 8 car of Ecker, and he's off.
Great looking shot right here.
You can really see it's Ross, and then Ruffenbarger, and then everybody else.
What do you call people from Belt Buckle, Tennessee? Do you call it belt bucklers? Belt buckins? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what a bell buckle is. I know what a belt buckle is, but.
Oh, a bell buckle.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like. They just came over the radio. I know who it was, but they said they survived that restart right there. So, little chuckle coming. I mean, this is why I love having the team audio on. It's very interesting for sure.
As the field just gets spread out real quick. It kind of what we've seen every restart. Everybody spreads out, and then a couple of guys figure out some speed and start running through the field. We saw Teft do it earlier. We saw Hoke do it, but he pitted there under that last one, getting a little bit fresher tires than everybody else. He's going to look to the inside of the 42. Not going to be there this time, though.
Yeah.
We still have 14 cars in the race of the 20 we start with. I think 3 of them didn't make the green flag, so let's call it 17 from the start. Dennis Kane, first one out, going to beat everyone to the beer stand, as my friend Alan likes to say. As Hoke gets loose, down on the apron.
Man, he's super loose.
And that might be the downside of getting those fresh tires.
Look at that back bumper. Look how caved in it is.
Oh, you're right. Heavy contact into the rear of the 55.
Not enough duct tape for Bondo.
And this is the first time tonight, Emmett, we've seen Cody Benelli back in traffic.
Contact.
Pretty much running second that whole first third of the race.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's got
but
for
look
him
at
now.
I was about to say, look how he's coming up, though. I mean, he's back and forth, and he's coming fast.
And take a look at Benelli's night. Like we said, he was running P2 for the first 36 laps of the race. Hasn't been lower than 5th. Not bad, taking 4 tires there on that first caution. And another 4 later, so he's still got 2 sets if he needs them. And he is trending back towards the front. And that 8 car, like I said, I think he's got more Darlington stripes than anyone here tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we're checking in on Sean Dunaway in the 01. You can't miss that scheme, that's for sure.
Yeah. You can see that car from a mile away.
This is the closest battle on the track right here between Brandon Sanfilippo and Sean Dunaway. Dunaway looking to the inside. And again, it's really the most comfortable place to pass, in my opinion, is a slide job into turn 1, but he's going to get it done on the bottom. Or try to, and then that sets you up to make the pass here on the entry to 1. And go from there. Then another battle just behind them is Leroy Koblenz working on Davis Shively. comes Hoke. I mean, he looks like those tires are giving him some extra speed, but he just can't turn that into clean passes.
Yeah. Truth Hope trying to get up there with Copeland, so. The interesting thing, Shane, is that with all that damage that Truth has, it really hasn't hurt him aerodynamically.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him getting loose. Maybe that was a contributing factor, but overall, he looks like he has great speed.
Man.
Maybe
it added more downforce.
As we check in on the fastest 5 for 5, last 5 laps averaged out. Cody Benelli fastest on track. Andrew Teft and Lee Campbell, and they're all chasing John Ross. And there we see Hoke peeking into that leaderboard of fastest laps just as Pufferbarger takes it away from him. And again, he just can't make the passes, Emmett. He looks fast, but he just can't get around this 42.
Yeah, there's something holding him up. Probably not as much downforce as he had prior to that wreck. But yeah, he's just able to just follow behind Koblenz, but yeah, he can't make a pass on him to save for anything.
Take a look. Sean Dunaway now almost double the positions gained of the next best driver here tonight. He's up to P6, 9 positions gained. Take a look at what his night looks like, and sorry, that's Ecker. Let's look at Dunaway. Yeah, it looks like maybe he had an extended stop there on one of those cautions, lost some positions, but has been working his way up pretty much at every point in this race other than those caution pit stops. Ooh, a little bit of contact.
Fancy little tracker right there.
You like that?
Yeah, I like it.
That is brought to you by our blossoming SRM tech department. We've been working on some new graphics, and that's definitely my favorite so far.
Koblenz hit the wall there. I think he just got loose. And there's tires.
Tight quarters there for Hoke. And the 42. Oh, they get the
Hold
long.
on to it! Hold on to it! Saved it.
I mean,
And Truth Hoke is not happy, Shane. He just came over and said, really battling that hard for 10th place, really.
Yeah, we've been tracking that battle, too. They've been fighting over it for about 20 laps.
Oh, man. Oh! Curtis Ecker hearted the wall.
He's under fire from the 12, and that's Sanfilippo. He's going to get around him right there for 7th position.
Oh, he's in the wall again.
Yeah, and it's kind of once you shake hands with the lady in black, she keeps pulling you in.
Yeah, they don't call her too tough. I was about to say, they don't call her too tough to tame for nothing. Man.
Yeah, I just feel like once you kind of bang in that right front fender just ever so slightly, and that makes you tighter the next time you go up and flirt with the wall. And it just seems like you can't get away from it. There he goes again.
Oh, man, he's in the wall again.
On cue. Meanwhile, up front, we missed a pass for the lead. John Ross all the way back in 5th place. We're going to have to go back and track that down. We got so caught up in the racing further back in the pack. Taft has taken the lead.
John Ross. Hard into the wall.
He's having some issues. Looks like he's going to bring it to pit road.
I was about to say, the car, we're going to have to look at that, Shane, because they're coming over the radio, and I guess it was the car ahead of him, the lap car, had damage and was apologizing and said, sorry, I had damage, and I couldn't get out of the way. So something must have happened.
Now, this is the pass where Teff took it back from him.
Oh, Aaron Ross.
There it is.
Can't believe they didn't throw the caution.
I mean, nobody got sideways, but you just saw it there. Really unfortunate for Ross, who's just now making it to his pit stall. Already 1 lap down. That leaves Andrew Teft out in the lead.
Yeah, Ross got taken out by Roth. Say that 5 times fast.
I will not.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, but we also saw, I think the last time we checked in, Teft was running second. So let's go back and see how he got around Puffenbarger. This is back on lap 59, right before that incident between Ross and the lap car. Teft just getting a great run.
Wow.
Just takes it away.
You're talking about Ross had nitrous. I think Teft got nitrous.
And he is starting to pull away from Puffenbarger now with a 1.3 second lead. We saw Aaron Roth, that 57, the other car involved in that contact with the leader. He's going to be on pit road. Coming back out now.
I was about to say, we should be getting close, Shane, to some green flag pit stops within a lap or two.
Yeah, especially for those drivers that haven't pitted. And right now, that is Puffenbarger. He's at 37 laps.
Wow.
On this. So we take a look. Yeah, he's 37 laps into this run. All the other drivers around him have about 10 laps longer than him since they came in.
These are some sweet graphics right here.
Oh, I'm having fun. Yeah, we can see how Puffenbarger made his way up. He stayed out on that caution around lap 35, and that's how he got into the top 5. And that's the gamble that might come back to bite him here as we've gone green flag for the rest of this run since then.
I remember having to make line graphs in school. You had to put the dots on there and then draw the line. Yeah.
You didn't have one of them fancy graphing calculators? That's how we used to do it.
I did. I had them they only gave them out in Algebra 2. So I never got one. My first time getting a graphic calculator, believe it or not, was when I went to college for a year.
And just like that, Bonelli gives up position to Lee Campbell. Again, we saw Bonelli just so fast early on in the race, but now he's been back in traffic, struggling just a little bit to keep it up with everyone around him.
Yeah, he let the 44 go past him because he said, you're a little bit faster than me right now, so just go ahead.
Yeah, Campbell and Bonelli, they're on the same pit strategy. They're on the same tire strategy.
Now this is going to get interesting right here.
There's a caution. Jesse Fox bringing that one out, or at least he's involved. Please don't say
Fox.
John Ross caught another lapper.
Oh my gosh.
That is harsh.
And with that being said, with that happening, I think we need to tell the viewers this Fox quote, Jesse Fox quote. He said, "Darlington, my favorite track," said nobody ever.
Yeah, I mean, looking like Andrew Teft's favorite track right now. Everybody else trying to chase him down now. I'm sure John Ross probably had enough.
Well, what are you doing now, Shane?
Well, we've got 36 laps to go. Everyone can make it if they pit from here. Most drivers, there's a handful of drivers that pitted 4 laps ago. So if I'm Curtis Ecker, I think I might stay out. But he's also a lap down. So Ecker, I think, pitted there just before that caution. So he's going to have to stay out and take the wave around to get back on the lead lap, which isn't the worst thing in the world because he's only going to have about a 3-lap tire deficit. He just lost a lot of track position, unfortunately, because of that timing. I believe Troy Thomas is going to get the lucky dog, and there he goes. That's the 3 car. That's going to leave us with 10 cars on the lead lap. make that 11 as Ecker will take that wave around. And now we see the drivers hitting pit road again. Ross, this time, having an extended pit stop. I don't think he's going to be coming back out on the lead lap here, Emmett. He was already 1 lap down when that caution came out.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But Jesse Fox just came over the radio after race control gave him the penalty, and he said, "Yeah, that was my fault." He said, "You were so fast right there. Nothing read, nothing told me that you were there." So,
yeah, I think that is
Jesse Fox.
sometimes the downside of being so fast that people don't expect you to get to their outside when you do.
Yeah, guess he couldn't see from his mirror or his camera. Man, look at this. Unbelievable.
Yeah, just really unfortunate for Ross.
Tough break.
I saw him leading. I mean, he led 60 laps. And then got caught up in that first bit of contact, dropped back to about 13th, and then caught up in another caution. That's going to be effectively the end of his race. He might get back out on track, but he's going to be multiple laps down. That leaves Hoffenbarger in control as he came off pit road ahead of Andrew Teft. And they're coming around. It's going to be 33 laps to go when we come back to that green flag.
You sound like me when I was trying to say Ross and Roth.
Getting a little tongue-tied here. Yeah, we'll see if this 5 car can hold on now that he is on even pit strategy. Everybody getting 4 tires here. Should be an even playing field.
Here we go. 34 lap shootout. Who you got winning?
It'd be hard to pick anybody other than Teft, but I'm going to go with Benelli. I think we saw his speed early in the race. He just hadn't had a chance to show it again.
I'll go with old Puffenbarger. I think that boy gets her done.
Looking good right now. Ooh, as Lee Campbell gets loose. That's going to let Benelli around the outside, and here comes San Filippo. Oh, the 12. Into the wall.
Right in front of Truth Hoke. No caution. We stay green. Wow.
He's getting such a great run there on the outside. You know, it's so tempting just to mash the gas a little too early on turn exit. Oh, there goes Shively getting loose.
What a save. What a save by Shively. Oh my gosh.
And
Truth
Hoke
Hoke
gets loose.
Truth Hoke.
He's still loose.
Yeah, when it shot to the back of that corner, I just saw that in the corner of my eye. That car was sideways. That 55.
Race for second starting to heat up as Benelli is gaining on Teft. Andrew Teft, to be specific. There wasn't Alex Teft in the race earlier. I think he has parked it, though. 98 Racers Elite car under attack. From what looks like started its life as a Tide scheme, but has had some updates there on the 19.
That's what I was trying to figure out. What is that on the hood?
Let's see if we can...
Is it a duck?
Get a little closer to Cody Benelli.
I think it's a duck.
You've got a beach ball on the trunk.
Locals.
Local.
Oh, it's a seagull.
Or it's a pelican, isn't it?
It might be.
What's the one with that puts the fish all the way in its mouth? I think it's a...
I think it's a pelican, but I have no idea because I didn't grow up within a beach within
well,
1,000 miles.
He ends up on the podium, we'll talk to him and ask him about it. But right now, Puffenbarger still out front 0.8 of a second lead in the MVP Roofing and Restoration 5 car. There is some close racing going on back in the pack between Curtis Ecker and Troy Thomas. That's the best battle right now.
What do you think Brandon Puffenbarger calls his fans? Puff Nation?
Again, these are all questions we're going to have to ask these guys if they make it into the podium interviews after the race. As Thomas goes low on Ecker, holding on to 8th position. Troy Thomas up 8 positions from where he started the night. He's just been on a steady uphill battle, making some repairs there early in the race. And then fighting back. He's as high as he's been all day. Up to P8.
Wow. Yeah, Troy Thomas got involved in that wreck early on, made the repairs. They put enough Bondo on that car, enough duct tape. I saw somebody over there just got the sledgehammer and just whacking the crap out of it, but knocked it all back into place, and that sucker's fast now.
And there goes Hoke back around. Oh, he's going to ride the wall to do it. He takes 8th place away from Troy Thomas.
Meanwhile, Shane, if you look at the back of the 55, I think they got the bumper fixed. Yep, they sure did.
It does look a lot better.
Wow.
That AC Delco Chevy looking sharp now.
He doesn't have that much drag now.
Hoke now setting his sights on San Filippo for 7th place. All of this happening 6 seconds behind our leader, Brandon Puffenbarger, as the 42, or who was that down there? Yeah, the 42 car, Leroy. He had to go down to the apron to keep that car out of the wall.
Yeah, Curtis Ecker comes over and says, sorry about that, 42. I didn't mean to get into you right there.
And both Thomas and Hoke got around San Filippo. And Hoke looks like he's setting sail. Take another look at our fastest 5 for 5. Dunaway, actually the fastest car for the last 5 laps. The only car faster than Puffenbarger, although they are basically matching lap times at this point. We've been watching Dunaway all night just because he has been moving forward the whole night. Now up to 4th.
That's what I've noticed about Dunaway. You know, he really got in there, and like I said, like he set the fastest lap a couple times, and you're like, what the heck, really? But great job by Dunaway, and looks like he might come home in a solid top 4.
I'm sure he wants more than that, though.
Look who just set the fastest lap, Shane. Truth Hoke.
He is on the move. Fastest lap of the race. The only driver to break into the 29.3s. Doing what he can back in 7th position. But Puffenbarger, the second fastest lap of the race there with a 29.43. And he's got the track position to do something with it. As Bonelli is now under attack from Dunaway.
Wow. Dunaway just going to drive right by him and slide up in front of him. Unbelievable job by Dunaway.
Continues his climb. Now in position for a podium, as we have 19 laps remaining here at Darlington. Hoke has now reeled in Davis Shively. This is going to be a battle for 6th position. I mean, Hoke looks really fast right now, Emmett. I don't know if he has the time to catch our leaders without a caution, though.
That's what I was looking at. I mean, we got
Ooh, and he
18 to
tags the
go.
wall.
Oh, man.
You can tell he's pushing really hard, trying to make up for some of the bad luck he had earlier in the race. Now he's bouncing off the wall multiple times there that lap. So we take a look at his journey. Running up in the top 3 there for the first half of the race before the cautions caught up with him and he got some repairs done. They're about halfway. And has just been trying to break back into the top 5 ever since. As Aaron Roth has just hit pit road. Looks like he picked up a black flag. He's 3 laps down. That leaves 11 cars on the lead lap. Driver is pretty spread out all over the track at this point, too.
Yeah, definitely. Truth Hoke Shane's only 3/10 back from Puffenbarger.
I think you might be misreading that. I've got 6 seconds on my screen.
Yeah, maybe I am misreading that. Hold on a second. Let's fix that.
Either way, like I said, I don't think he's got the time to track anyone down under green flag. He's going to need a caution to get caught up. The only driver really within reach right now is Andrew Teft. So we check the lap times. Here, Teft is one of our fastest 5 for 5. So he is gaining on Puffenbarger, but Brandon is also in the fastest 5 for 5. Those two are the 2 fastest cars for the last 5 laps, proving why they're out front here with 13 laps to go.
Am I reading this right? Sean Dunaway has gained 12 positions.
That's right.
That's crazy.
He is our driver sitting P3. You can see he made quick work of the field there in the early laps. And then it's just been steadily working his way up ever since. Oh, just heard somebody's engine blow. I think that was Roth or Ross sitting on pit road.
God.
So Teft has been a smidge faster than the leader. Take a look at the lap times there. It's just kind of, they're trading back and forth about a 10th. So Teft not making any headway here. The gap now 0.8 of a second. He's going to need to find a little extra speed or a little extra tires here with 10 laps to go if he hopes to catch Puffenbarger. Dunaway has not had the lap times to catch either of them, as I think he used up his tires to get here to 3rd. Let's see who's the fastest right now. It's Truth Hoke. Make that Puffenbarger as he picks up the pace there that lap.
But Lee Campbell just running around in 4th.
Yeah, he's had a pretty steady day. Started 5th. Just kind of bounced right there around 4th to 7th or so. Lost a little ground in that rush of cautions early on, but it's been in the top 5 for the second half of this race. Right now riding 4th. And as we get closer to the end of the thing, let's take a look at our wrench wranglers. These are cars that have made the most repairs and gotten back out on track. Troy Thomas going to lead everybody, running 7th right now, but he has made almost 2.5 minutes of repairs to be there running in the top 10. That's some great work by him as we see Benelli on pit road. I'm not really sure why.
Troy Thomas definitely needs to take his team out to cookout. They deserve it.
Puffenbarger maintaining the lead, 9/10, really right where it's been the last 10 laps between him and Andrew Teft. I mean, if Brandon can keep it straight here, I'm not sure anybody has anything for him at this point in the race without a caution to bring them back together and maybe throw some tire strategy into this thing.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a party in Morgantown. Puff Nation going to be excited about this one if he can hold on and win this.
You can see Teft back there getting loose on turn exit, trying to lay down the throttle, just can't get the power he needs. Everybody very spread out right now. The best battle we've got is for between first and second. It's over a second difference, Emmett.
Yeah, definitely. All Brandon Puffenbargers wanted to see is that white flag, because that means that the race is official. And he does not want to see that yellow flag before he hits the line.
Just 3 laps remain here at Darlington for the Racers Elite Xfinity.
You hear that, Shane? I hear it coming out of Puffenbarger's car. It's saying, "Country road, take me home to a place."
I'm sure he wants to bring this checkered flag back to Morgantown. Here they comes. It looks like the 5 is going to lead us back to the white flag.
Caution, here we go.
And it's too late now. Final lap as Andrew Teft can only watch as Puffenbarger starts to pull away. So take a look. John Ross did lead the most laps here tonight before 2 different sets of contact parked him for the night. Only 3 drivers led a lap at all. Puffenbarger, though, led 34. Make that 35 with the victory lap right now. Brandon Puffenbarger with the victory. Andrew Teft going to come home second. And Sean Dunaway going to round out our podium.
Puff Nation, you can celebrate. Go crazy in Morgantown.
What a race by the 5.
I told you.
We talked about how he was there. He was all the way back to 17th early in the race. And by lap 30, he was in the top 3, and he pretty much stayed there all the way, leading the final 34 laps of the race here at Darlington. Flat out impressive by the 5 car.
Well, I think, Shane, what it was that restart. he got a great launch right there, and he beat Teft to the line. And once he got in front of Teft, Clean Air just took over.
This winning moment brought to you by all the sponsors here at Racers Elite: Admin Box, Speed Zone Race Control, KS Designs, GTR, Moza Racing, and Family Traditions Outdoors. We'll see if we can snag some of these drivers up here in the booth for some interviews. And they're all there. Emmett, why don't you get started with P3, Sean Dunaway.
Sean Dunaway, this is Emmett Crow up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
All right, man, talk about a crazy race. I mean, I looked up and you gained 12 positions, man, and your car was coming. If you would have got a caution and had a few more laps, do you think you had anything for Puffenbarger?
Probably not. We were on pretty equal tires, I would say, at the end there. Yeah, he was just too fast. As that last run went, I couldn't figure out the line anymore, and I was just losing time to both of them up there. But luckily I was running away from P4, so yeah, definitely solidified my P3 there. But yeah, it was a good run overall.
So now we switch to the super speedway. We're heading to Daytona. What's your mindset going in to the World Center of Racing?
Yeah, here at Darlington, we're definitely not making any friends. So it's a rough start already to this season, for sure. So we're gonna, make a lot of enemies along the way here. It seems already from the start. But usually on those super speedways, my plan is usually just to stay back and be there when it matters. At the end there, hopefully avoid some wrecks for sure.
All right, before we go, are there any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, my mom and stepdad for always watching, and then my cats for always trying to ruin my race here.
All right, well, we'll see you in Daytona. Shane?
Alrighty, thanks, guys.
Yeah, next up for the interviews, we got Andrew Taft coming home second. Andrew, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
How about that? We saw you leading some laps. We looked like John Ross was going to run away with it. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, I was kind of just minding my own business, and I think it looked like John got into that lap car there and went flying onto the apron to try to avoid it, and kind of threaded the needle and was able to lead for a little bit, but and it kind of came down to a pit stop. I lost control of that final restart and went into pit road that final stop leading, but came out second. Got stuck on the outside there and kind of burned up the right front a little bit early at the end, and Puff just ran an almost perfect final run there. He got in the wall one time, and that was my chance to capitalize, and I drove in the wall right behind him. So yeah, just congratulations to Brandon, and thanks to everybody for racing me clean tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a Darlington race if you didn't get into the wall a little harder than you intended to, but congratulations on the second place finish. Anybody else you got to thank, send some shout outs to?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys over at Sim Racing Media for helping out in the booth, and our servicemen and women, friends, family, team, everybody that tunes in to watch, shows up to race. And if you don't mind doing us a favor, hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel homepage. Trying to reach 500, so everyone helps. Really appreciate it. And got a whole bunch of single events coming up. Brand new season starting next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So check us out over at racerselite.com. You can find all the info there. And if you got any questions, just shoot me a message on Discord. You can find an invite to Discord right on the website homepage, racerselite.com.
Absolutely. All right, Andrew, we'll let you get back to your team and the rest of the community over at Racers Elite, and we'll get ready to talk to our race winner, Brandon Puffenbarger. Emmett, you got Brandon in the booth for you.
Brandon Puffenbarger, do you got a copy? This is Emmett Crow in the booth.
Yes, sir.
Well, congrats, man. I made, when you were coming to 2 to go, I told Shane, I said, do you hear that coming out of that car? And I heard little John Denver coming out of there. So How does this? How do you build on this momentum heading into Daytona?
Just we'll take it. I know a lot of these guys are clean, and I like that. So just try to race guys hard, but respectfully and all that other good stuff at the same time. I was looking forward to racing with John there, and whatever happened to him, I wasn't sure. So
All right. Well, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Andrew for putting this stuff on. You guys for coming out and putting on the show. I love you guys at SRM all the way back to the Mike used to do here, I think. But yeah, just you guys for coming out. Everybody for coming out and racing. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Well, go party with Puff Nation because I heard it's getting rowdy in Morgantown.
Will do.
All right, Shane.
All right, that's going to wrap up our post-race interviews. We'll take a final look at our results here in just a moment. Again, it was Brandon Puffenbarger bringing home the victory. He ended up with a 1.7 second margin as he kind of ran away with it there in the final laps from Andrew Taft. Came home second. Sean Dunaway third. Lee Campbell fourth. Truth Hoke fifth. Davis Shively sixth. Leroy Koblenz is going to be seventh. Troy Thomas, we saw him. He made over 2.5 minutes of repairs. Made it back up to eighth position. Curtis Ecker in ninth. Brandon Sanfilippo in 10th. Cody Benelli 11th. Guess we never got to figure out what that locals Pelican paint scheme was. Maybe we'll have to ask him in the Discord. Aaron Roth is 12th. John Ross 13th. Jesse Fox 14th. David Kimmins 15th. Alex Teff 16th. Dennis Kane in 17th. And then the drivers that weren't able to fully start the race, Terry Fennell, Steve Sizemore, Barry Nelson. And that is going to wrap it up for us here at SRM with Racers Elite. Again, we want to mention that if you're looking for a league to join, they've got just about every car. You're looking for Xfinity Series season starting next week on Wednesdays, a Next Gen Series on Thursdays. I think they also have a truck series that runs on Tuesdays, if I am not mistaken. We're brought to you by Speed Zone Race Control, KS Designs Admin Box, Family Traditions Outdoors. And if you're interested in learning more about Racers Elite, check out racerselite.com and join the Discord. That's going to wrap it up for me and Emmett. Glad you joined us here on Racers Elite Xfinity Series Racing at Darlington, and we will check you next time.